Mike Johnson versus Mucus.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started.
Now, the US dollar has lost 85% of its value since the 70s when the dollar decoupled from gold. And the government seems bent on continuing the tradition. From now until after the next election, the government can print as much money as they want. And this means one thing: the security of your future and your family's future is all in your hands. Make sure that you freeze the value of the wealth that you're holding by investing in Noble Gold Investments. There's always risk of investments and there's no guarantee of any kind. However, gold is the one asset that is proven to withstand recession, inflation, and just about all economic threats. Noble Gold Investments is here to help you if you want to invest in gold. You'll also get a 24-karat, 1/4 ounce gold standard coin for free. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com right now. That is noblegoldinvestments.com, or simply dial 1-877-646-5347. It's the only gold company that I trust. What's going on, everyone? Real quick, I want y'all to do me a favor. I want y'all to go ahead and text this number and then make sure you just type in MAGA so you can stay in touch with me and you can receive direct text messages from me to let you know whenever I upload a standalone video or I'm about to go live. The number is 330-974-4607. That's 330-974-4607. You do that, this way we can give YouTube a black eye when they don't feel like sending out notifications, trying to hold a brother down because he brown. Foot in my back because I'm black. Lucky I ain't into identity politics. Now let's get to this video. Y'all ready for this beatdown? Ding!
Secretary Mayorkas, we have the frustrating responsibility on this committee of providing oversight of your agency, but I have to be honest and tell you, I'm not sure exactly what you do at the Department of Homeland Security other than great harm.
Oh, good. See, this is what I'm talking. That's why I like to see a fight. I don't want to come. I don't even test the water and get size him up and all that, man. Mike Johnson came up, swinging, wow, hitting him all in his dome. He said, man, I don't even know what you do except for ruin things. Boy, I tell you, I love that type of tough talk, man. Yeah, had a friend in high school named Ben, and the economics teacher caught Ben laughing in class. And he said, hey, Ben, when you're here, you're talking. And when you're not talking, you're sleeping. And you want an A. I'll give you an A, all right. An A for awful. That's what he said. He basically was saying, Ben, you're useless. When you're here, you're talking. When you're not talking, you're sleeping. What do you do? Everything you do is negative. So there you have it. That's how you need to tell Mucus. You're worthless. You are a Homeland Director or whatever for nothing, man.
The data is pretty clear. We've had record levels of illegal immigration, a rapid decline in deportations, skyrocketing fentanyl deaths across our country, and the Secret Service, which is a DHS component, can't determine who left cocaine at the White House.
Oh!
In the middle of all this, you created the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Agency, CISA, which is a division of DHS. And it's one of the Biden administration agencies that colluded with and coerced the social media companies to censor Americans' protected free speech online.
Wait. So Mike Johnson's coming at him from another angle. See, because remember, Mucus, where we do not censor, and then when we tried to slide that dis and misinformations are up under y'all nose and got caught, I told y'all a whole bunch of lies and said that it is not for American citizens. It was so we can help the cartel not use our internets to, and I'm saying, you got to be kidding me. When is the last ad or, tweet you ran across from the cartels? Huh? Anybody? I've never seen one of those. Do you think that's their number one method of communicating? First of all, the Democrats communicated louder than any cartel member could do through social media. All of the folks coming are confessing that the border's open. Yeah, why do you think we're paying $6,000 to come there to the cartel? Think we do that for nothing? The Democrats have ensured our safety. So, boy, he's about to get him because now he's moving into a different mode of the fight. He's talking about, Mucus, you're a cheater. See, I want you to explain why you guys are, violating American citizens, when it comes down to, of course, censorship.
That's specifically detailed in a 155-page court opinion.
Did you read it?
It came out of the federal court in Louisiana in the landmark litigation of Missouri v. Biden. Have you read that court opinion?
Congressman, I have not, and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency does not censor speech.
Okay.
What? I can't even believe you tried to throw that punch. Congressman, I did not and the we do not censor speech, I think. Okay, am I on record? And just under oath, because I'm lying. That's exactly what he's doing. So you telling me a damning report comes out like that, a verdict comes out like that, which includes your department. Didn't even bother to read it. It's kind of like when they brought that FBI lady up there and they brought up the whole Durham report and said, have you had a chance to read it? No. Why not? It's been busy. You know you read it. It's speaking directly to what you do and have done. So you're telling me that's like you getting a lawsuit and you're going, I haven't even read the details of it. Your whole department has been mentioned in a lawsuit. You don't need to know why though. Hey, you know what? I mean, I'm sure it's probably something we did. I don't know. I'll get around to it though. So here's this man lying up front, and he's going to bring the weight of this boxing glove right down on his chin. That's what he's going to do. And then got the nerve to say, we do not censor. Now, notice they all say this when they come up to the Capitol, right? You get all of these damning details, stuff you can't deny, and they have not come out and said, we didn't do that. They just said, let us keep doing it. That's pretty much what they're saying. All of these damning details, but then they'll get up there. Same thing with dang on Raggedy Ray. We don't do that. The FBI does not censor. So now you got to get punched.
Okay, well, that's the court found otherwise, and it's really curious to me. Actually, it's quite alarming that you haven't read the opinion, because your agency is listed in this opinion. The federal court looked at volumes of evidence over months of litigation, and they determined, among other things, that if the allegations made by the plaintiffs, the states in this case, are true, and hold on, the preliminary injunction was granted against your agency, sir, and other Biden administration agencies, including the DOJ and FBI. The court said it involves the most massive attack against free speech in United States history. And you're telling me this opinion issued July 4th has not reached your desk? No one's briefed you on it?
Oh, I have been briefed on the Missouri litigation.
Okay, but you haven't taken the time to read it yet.
Congressman,
No, hold on. Have you read it or not?
I have read parts of it,
Oh,
Congressman.
parts of
He's getting it now. Boy, he's getting it now. He's starting to realize, okay, Mucus, this is your moment to shine, but yet your doll is some old rusty silverware. Now, let's see, how can we answer this without making ourselves look incompetent? That man just first started off by saying, I haven't read it. Then it went from that, like, oh yeah, they briefed me. Then, oh well, yeah, I read parts of it. So what is it, Mucus? Did you read it or not? Were you briefed or not? Are you just relying on one of your people under you giving you a summary? Hey, Mucus, they said we did bad stuff on some court down there in Missouri or somewhere. I don't know. Okay, thank you very much. Go back to destroying the country. That's what you did? So now let's see how he recovers from Mike Johnson beating him into submission.
Did you read the parts where it said that this is Orwellian and dystopian and that your agency is involved in a massive cover-up of specifically conservatives' free speech online?
No, I did not need to read that because I know that is exactly what we did. That's why I don't need to read the details, because I don't want to look at the poop that we laid. That's what it is. That man don't want to go back and read that to say, wow, they're on to me. They're hip. They done busted us. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to have to read this out loud, just like he don't want to have to allow these congressmen to confront him on the horrible job that he's doing down at the border. I know this is the worst part of his job, having to go up to Congress knowing that he purposefully have destroyed our border and is going to have to sit there and listen to his work. I know he don't want to hear that. So let's see how he handles this, because it appears that the judge had found all of them guilty of this.
Congressman, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency is not involved in such conduct.
Okay, well, the court found otherwise, and you stand here under oath and you give us these answers that we know are not true, because this is demonstrably untrue. I'm suggesting to you that you're saying things to us under oath that are proven by the record to be untrue.
Thank you. So now we all got that on record, right? As we go to the next round. So Mucus gets up there and say, nope, that's not true. But it is true. This right there in the thing, it shows everything y'all did. But we did not do that. We are not How can you say that? This is what amazes me about these corrupt politicians. You can show them, did you do this? And they would be like, no. It's like a kid. You come in, you see him there with the hand in the cookie jar. Are you reaching in that cookie jar that I told you not to do? No. Hand's still in it. That's what this dude just did. And he wonders why they're pounding him.
Let me ask you about this specifically. CISA was created to, we call it the Misinformation and Disinformation Subcommittee of CISA. You familiar with that?
Congressman,
the MDM subcommittee, you're familiar with that?
Congressman, I am very well aware of the threat of disinformation emanating from adverse nations.
Are you familiar?
Oh, now Mucus is about to walk right into a double fist. That's what he's gonna do. He's gonna walk into one of these right there. He's gonna walk into a straight uppercut followed up by an elbow. It's gonna be so quick that the ref don't catch it. Cause see, I'm the ref. I didn't see nothing. Man. That's right. Hey, he's hit me with his elbows. What? What are you talking about, man? I didn't see nothing, okay? That's what he's about to walk into. So now, you see Mucus trying to say, oh, I'm familiar with it because we are doing that for cyber safety from foreign threats and stuff. Because, see, you can't say that you use this on your own people, right? See, anytime you get busted using your cyber whatever jigger on your own citizens, all you have to do is just lie and say, no, we don't do that to them. We're doing that for other people. And it's because we are policing dis and misinformation. But you better define that.
You're with the subcommittee. Just answer the question.
I am.
Okay. Does it still exist?
Congressman, are you speaking of the...
Does the MDM subcommittee still exist?
You heard me.
I would have to get back to you on that.
Okay. All right. Kind of a big deal in your agency. I'm kind of shocked that you don't know the answer to that.
Me
Can
too.
you define what misinformation is?
Congressman, misinformation is false information that is disseminated to...
Excellent.
Oh my goodness, how did Mucus walk into that? How did he walk right into the double fist, y'all? He walked right into the uppercut with the elbow. When you ask these fools define what mis and disinformation is, he should have took a play out of the playbook of Dang on Corrupt Raggedy Ray. When they asked him, he's like, hey, look, I'm just here to tell you that we're not into policing speech. So tell me what disinformation is. Oh, I look, I'm just saying. You know why you can't do that? Because you'll lock yourself in. You'll reveal that you guys have come up with these definitions and these new terms so you can control people on the internet. So you can silence folks or you can label things dis and misinformation whenever it's inconvenient. Oh man, I don't like what that guy said. That's dis and misinformation or malinformation. Yeah, it could lead to harm. It could lead to harm. So now he done defined it. But guess what, y'all? Here comes that uppercut with the elbow.
Who determines what is false?
Congressman, our focus...
No, who determines what is false?
Mucus is in trouble. Oh, shoot, I double trapped myself. Come on, Mucus. You're better than that. You walk right into the uppercut with the elbow. Okay, our focus is... I love this exchange right there. What is your focus? Because you just said dis and misinformation is information online that's designed to deceive and all of that stuff. But who defines what that is? And now he's, but what? Oh, shoot, I better backtrack this.
In your agency. If you're going to pull something off the internet and collude with a social media platform to make sure Americans don't see it, who determines what's false?
Congressman, we don't do that.
That's not true. That is not.
Wait a minute. He straight up just answered the question. That we don't do that. That's not what he asked you. He said, who determines what's true and what's false? We don't do nothing. Man, basically, he's like the kid. I didn't do nothing. That's not the question I asked you. Guilty much? So now here he is trying to talk about we don't do that. After you done said that it is information we deem true or false. According to whom? So Mike Johnson got Mucus on the ropes right now. He's just trying to survive this round.
Not true. That is not what the court has found. This is not a Republican talking point. This is what the documents show. We've had people testify under oath that say, and you just defined the term, you're telling me that you don't know who determines what is false?
Congressman, what we do at CISA, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, is identify the tactics that adverse nation states use to weaponize disinformation.
Okay, what is...
Basically, what he's describing right there is what they do to us. The tactics that our own government and intel community is using to control speech, control what people can say, what people think about, what they know. That's what he's doing, but they're doing it to us. But he can't say that. So he got to say, no, this is for other countries and stuff like that, which makes me wonder what that got to do with us. How is it that so many American citizens get caught up in this censorship when it should be directed solely towards these people that he's describing? But yet we find that people like myself, people like all the people on Twitter before they all got busted, censoring them, people like all the people who got their accounts removed, shut down, all of that stuff. All of this information that came out about the Twitter files, all of that stuff, these were Americans. We weren't saying this is for Muhammad Akbar over there in Dangon, Afghanistan. We weren't hearing this from Ivan Drago over in, we weren't hearing it from Ma Fuyi over in China. We're talking about American citizens, man. So what are you talking about? Which brings me to the next point. What do you think these people over in these other countries are going to say or do on the internet that's going to be damaging to the people, to us? You're trying to make it seem as if whatever these people got up their sleeve, the American people can't handle. Now, we just got this whole dis and misinformation and malinformation definitions dropped on us in the last maybe 4 to 6 years. What did we do before that? How do we exist? How did we all get on the internet and survive all of these cyber and foreign threats of using dis and misinformation on us? You know why? Because we didn't care about that stuff. We weren't looking at what could they possibly have said to manipulate the mind of Americans? That's my question. What could they be doing? I mean, they don't have mind control over us. We're all here in America. What are they going to say? Hate your country. This is a message from China. No, the Democrats are doing that. We don't have to worry about China. The worst damage being done to our country is not from Russia and China and from Iran and Iraq and Afghanistan and all of them. Worst damage being done to our country is from these corrupt globalists. That would include Democrats and Republicans that are rhinos, the fake news, and the darn big tech organizations and other companies that have bought on to this globalist agenda, this Marxist globalist agenda. The attack on patriotism has done damage, not from China, Russia, and all of that stuff. Attack on our kids, the family structure, all of that stuff, our border, all of that. That right there has done the damage. So now here's Mucus talking about, oh, it's just for folks overseas. But now he got to get knocked completely out the ring.
What is disinformation? What is disinformation?
Disinformation is inaccurate information.
Who determines what's inaccurate? Who determines what's false? Do you understand the problem here? The reason the framers of our Constitution did not create an exception for quote-unquote false information from the First Amendment is because they didn't trust the government to determine what it is. And you have whole committees of people in your agency trying to determine what they define as false or misinformation.
That is not true.
With what is true?
Did y'all see that lazy left? That is not true. Why? Because I said so. Because it is true. And that's why I'm saying it's not true. Because what did you expect him to say? That's true. It is true. You got a whole agency. You got just like the FBI, have folks dedicated to policing the internet. All that corruption, crime, trafficking, all that stuff going on out there. And you got them policing the internet and chasing down a whole bunch of folks that walked on a tour through the Capitol. But yet, they talk about we're not in the business of using this stuff for our own citizens. Yes, you are. But you're just going to throw out that lazy response. That's not true.
What we
Please
do
enlighten us.
is what we do is we disclose the tactics that adverse nation states are utilizing
So what are the
to
tactics?
weaponize
No, sir.
information.
No, sir. The court found specifically, it's a finding of fact that is not disputed by the government defendants, the Biden administration, your agency, the FBI, or DHS, not in the litigation. They determined you and all of your cohorts made no distinction between domestic speech and foreign speech. So don't stand there and tell me under oath that you only focused on adversaries around the world. Foreign act.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, how's Mucus going to even get... He can't continue. I mean, if I was a legitimate, non-biased ref, I would have to throw the towel on that one. I would have to throw the towel. But because I'm okay with seeing Mucus get beat to death, I'm going to allow that. So, yeah. How can you sit back and say, oh, well, that is not... See, my thing is, what are their tactics, Mucus? What are you exposing? See, give me some evidence of you guys actually, saying, y'all just throw it out there. It's kind of like, extremism is the greatest threat to the homeland. How? Where? Give me some information. Give me some statistics. Show me some video footage of all of these extremists besides all the liberals and the left doing all kind of stuff. See, so now you're talking about these foreign countries. How much of that goes on? I mean, what do you expect? Tell us all so we can all be looking out for their tactics, because you just told us that you're exposing their tactics. Yeah, that's what it all is. Tell us what the tactics are so we can see them. I'll show you what the tactics are that didn't come from a foreign country. It is having 50 former Intel folks sign off on a bogus statement labeling Hunter Biden's laptop as dis and misinformation from Russia. That's what the tactics are, but it didn't come from Russia. It came right from our own darn government. And here he is talking about, those are the tactics. The tactics that you're talking about is how the FBI went into Twitter and Facebook and all of them and told them, just in case y'all hear something, come out about Hunter Biden's laptop, it's most likely Russian disinformation. That sounds like something that our enemies would do, but hey, that didn't come from them. It came from you. You and your whole crew did that mess. And yeah, you're talking about it's only used for other people and not for our American citizens. Well, in that lawsuit, I heard nothing about Russia, Iraq, Iran, and any others. It was all about American citizens reaping the results of this dis and misinformation thingamajigger you guys got going on there. And that's why Mike has to beat you to death.
That's not true.
Congressman, the Missouri case, the litigation to which you refer, is the subject of continuing litigation.
But the facts were not disputed, and I so regret that I'm out of time. I hope
Me too, Mike, because you was doing a great job. But Mucus is asleep anyway. He's in the middle of that ring, arms and legs extended, X's over each eyes, canaries over his head, twitching, because when you get knocked out and your body, it twitches and stuff like that. And in his mind, he's in the REM sleep. He's back at his house. Mucus, we were at a safe place. That was all just a big fat nightmare. I was dreaming that Mike Johnson beat me half to death. Wait a minute. It was true. Mike Johnson just beat that man to death. Hit that like button, share my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. Subscribe to my alternative channel just in case YouTube give me the slip or something. You'll know how to find me. Don't forget to check me out with all the podcasts and follow me on Rumble in the Jungle. All the links are listed below. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. Those links are below as well.